Hi, I'm Lisa Bedford, the Survival Mom. And today I wanted to address a question and a concern that I actually hear quite a bit, either through comments on Facebook, my blog, or in emails. And that is the comment goes something like this. I am the only person that I know who preps. No one in my entire town of 500,000 is a prepper. It's just me. And I got the question on a comment on the blog a few days ago. And I gave it some thought. And one thing that came to mind was, how do you know? I mean, isn't the first rule of Prep Club you don't talk about Prep Club, as they say? And chances are that there are people around you who are very well aware. In my own rather small town, I'm active on a couple of local forums, and they're just discussion forums, and people post, if they've seen a stray dog or, recommendations for landscapers or air conditioning repair or something. And every once in a while, something prepper related comes up. And I take note of the screen names of people who say, well, yeah, we're stocking up on food and we bought a little gold and silver. And it's just like, bingo, there's someone else in my town who is a prepper. Now, here is what I want to ask you though. Are you being a little bit judgmental about what a prepper looks like, about how a prepper lives? Do really all preppers have to wear tactical clothing 24/7? I mean, really, if you were someone looking for a prepper and you were going to get a negative opinion of them, well, who are you going to think is a prepper first? The guy, at the grocery store who's, wearing the tactical pants and the tactical boots, and he's wearing a tactical vest, tactical hat. Maybe he's wearing tactical underwear, for all we know. Or are you going to guess that maybe it's the mom that has a baby in a baby carrier and she has two kids in the grocery cart. She's wearing yoga pants and she looks busy and maybe a little frazzled. Well, you know what? For all you know, it could be that mom that has a year or more worth of food put away in closets and under beds. And maybe she has been taking self-defense classes for several years. Maybe she's an expert canner. And maybe she has an amazing garden in her backyard and can grow anything. And she's raising meat rabbits and she has chickens. You just never know. So don't assume that you're the only prepper around because chances are you're not. There are a lot of people who are aware. Let me tell you kind of a funny story. Several years ago, my husband and I were having dinner with some relatives of mine and their 20-something-year-old son. Now, I had really only met the son 2 or 3 times in his life. So we're sitting there, we're eating dinner. I think it was after church one night. And the son looked at me. He said, well, what do you do? And I said, well, I have a blog and, it's about kind of getting prepared, for maybe different kinds of events in the future. And he looked at me, and this is a guy who was maybe 23 at the time, 24, and his eyes got huge and he said, you're aware. And I started laughing. I was like, well, this is a guy, maybe he hasn't done any prepping, official prepping, but awareness is the first step in becoming a prepper, isn't it? Or just even being any type of survival minded person. And so, here, I was just surprised by this, college age kid sitting across from me who is on his way to becoming a prepper. So don't be judgmental. Don't think you're the only one either. And if you're looking for people who think like you do, then think to yourself, well, where do these people congregate? If you're into gardening, gardening clubs. If you're into canning, maybe taking a canning class, try offering a canning class. And you just might find yourself in the middle of a whole room full of people who are prepper minded. Don't ever assume that you're alone. And if all it takes is coming to my website or my Facebook page or sending me an email, trust me, you are not alone. There are lots of other preparedness minded people out there. I'm Lisa Bedford, and until next time, see ya.